I have been waiting for this parcel for 2 weeks now. In this parcel is samples of new pieces we are introducing to the brand. I do have a piece that is being sampled at the moment that I created from my own designs, but I wanted to introduce other pieces to launch for Christmas that I believe are, I wouldn't say are staple pieces that I believe women should have in their jewelry collection that they can wear for special occasions. They're not necessarily science related, some are not, but let's open it up. Okay, so I've laid out the sample pieces on the table so we can have a look at them together. I wanted to source some really simple, very classic jewelry pieces in the collection, and we're doing something different this time. I wanted to introduce pieces of jewelry that are actually sterling silver. Some feedback that I got from customers is that they really want to buy solid silver pieces. I've now explored that option and we're going to bring in a few new pieces that are sterling silver. So each piece I have in front of me is solid sterling silver as a base, and the gems on top of it are 5A cubic zirconia, which is, you know, the highest quality grade of zirconia there is. Some of the pieces, if there is space, has Salceology logo engraving on it. So I wanted to see what the samples would look like with our engraving. So first we have this rainbow ring, all different colors, really beautiful. Another ring I wanted to bring into the collection is something similar. This is a rectangular zirconia sterling silver ring. It's giving engagement, like, so pretty. This next one is another cubic zirconia. It is solid silver. It's a cuff for your ear. So cute. I will do a look maybe later this week with all of them together because I do have to wear them because we need to take photos. We've got another ring. This is a thinner cubic zirconia ring. I thought this would be thicker, to be honest, or like the zirconia would be a bit bigger, but I wanted more simple gold pieces in the collection that you can just wear every day for work, especially when you're working in places like a hospital where you can't be wearing chunky jewelry. These would be cute. They're just hoops, like little hoops. 925 sterling silver. It's got Salceology logo engraving. It's tiny. Kind of lifts off like that. I low-key thought that these would be bigger, but they're not. They are so tiny. Now, one thing I definitely wanted to introduce into our collection for Christmas are tennis bracelets. So these are tennis bracelets and tennis necklaces of all different thicknesses. They're adjustable and they've got the Salceology logo engraving as well on the little tag. We've got another one which is a bit thicker, so you're meant to layer them up. And this probably is my favorite. It's a tennis bracelet with the really famous like clip-on thing at the end. Very beautiful. Trying to figure out where the logo is engraved. There it is. Can you see it? She's tiny. And then we've got another necklace. So I must have gotten a few necklaces and one bracelet. We're gonna put these together and do a look. I'm not going out this weekend, which is such a shame because we want to showcase the pieces, but we'll definitely do a few looks with those. I'm actually excited about these. Hang on. These are little tablet earrings. So again, sterling silver. They are so tiny, like they're so minimal, which was one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I got from customers, to make minimal pieces. We definitely will be introducing these for Christmas. So it's sterling silver. It's got like a little star and it kind of represents one of the planets, which I think is so cute. So what I was thinking for Christmas collections, I wanted to do maybe a set. So the set, I'm still thinking about what it's going to look like, but the set could possibly be something like this. Got the ring there maybe. Like a tennis bracelet there. Maybe a necklace? I don't know, something like that. Now I just jumped back online because I quickly have to approve a CAD file design of our cardiac pieces. My manufacturer's engineers rejigged my original cardiac design to try and make sure that they can make it properly. Sometimes when you're working with different factories with different machines and different workers with different skills, sometimes your original design doesn't work. So you need to adjust it according to what they can actually do with the techniques that they have. One thing that I requested from the factory is not to change the design too much. I like the detail in it. That is the whole point of the piece, and to try and keep it as detailed as possible. So they've just sent me the design. So we're creating one sample of these so that I can see what it looks like. The sample is going to be sterling silver. It's going to be solid sterling silver. So it's going to be a very luxurious piece, and it's going to be plated in 18 karat gold. That's what our first sample is going to look like. We're going to try and launch these for Valentine's Day, if we can make it on time. I know that I'm filming this in October and 4 months seems like a long way away, but when it comes to making these, it's not actually a lot of time. So we have strict deadlines we need to meet. And production for a sample like this is 30 days, 30 business days. And after the 30 business days, they will ship it. So it does take a while for them to create the first sample. Once it gets sent to me, that's when I check the quality. That's when I check the design, if I'm happy with it. And then when I'm all good with it, we'll put in an order for a bulk order. This was such an expensive sample because every time you create a new sample with a factory for a new design, there's fees associated with the molds that they have to create for the piece, and, you know, service fees and things like that, because, you know, it's just like a one-off sample. So they definitely charge a lot for it. But once you perfect the design, you don't have to pay these extra fees anymore. I spoke to the representative and I said, look, what's the difference? What have you guys changed? And apparently what has changed is that the earring is a bit bigger. So it's a bit bigger. Like, this is a 2 centimeter earring. Like, from here to here, it's 2 centimeters, 20 millimeters. And then the hoop that's meant to go in the ear is about 17 millimeters. I wouldn't call this a statement piece, but then again, I wouldn't call it minimal either. And that was my request. My request was to keep the design, and this was their solution to that. I don't actually mind it. I was kind of hoping for it to be a little bit smaller. So I'll ask them if they can make it smaller, but otherwise I'm pretty good with it. So at the moment, according to this design, apparently this is 21 grams for both of them. So not just one, it's 21 grams in weight for both earrings. So that's like the equivalent of a AA battery. To me, it feels a bit heavy, but we'll just have a look at the design. My engineers redid the design of the human heart. And what they've done is they've made the blood vessels more prominent. So they've made them thicker and sort of sticking out from the model a bit more, so that when it's casted, those vessels will look a little bit better. They'll actually show up. So that was the initial problem of my first design. Like every factory was complaining about the blood vessels and how they couldn't actually make it happen. But they've actually solved the problem. Now, what the hell are these? I'm trying to figure out what blood vessels these are because they don't look right. What are those? I just checked a few things with the anatomy, and it's just the way that this 3D view is looking right now, but she seems pretty correct as we can get it for now, which is awesome. What I'm going to feed back to the engineers is to just make sure, because apparently we can't make it smaller than 20 millimeters. It has to be a 20 millimeter pendant. So that's fine if that's as good as we can get it. Let's be honest, I'm a tough woman to please, but I'm pretty pleased with that. So this is one half of the earring hook. So it's like the hook that goes into the ear hole. And as you can see, if we rotate that a little bit, you can see Salceology's logo is engraved. So usually they laser engrave logos onto pieces of jewelry, but this is actually embedded in the actual mold, which is so exciting. So this is the other half of the earring. So this connects to the half with the logo engraving, and then it just clicks into your ear. It's very secure. It should not come off. Hey Salceologists, welcome back to my channel. We finally have a chance to sit down and have a chat. So firstly, I want to talk about our channel. Our channel has hit 100 subscribers today, and I'm so happy. I know for a channel, 100 subscribers might not mean much, but I don't know, just the fact that people are watching us and liking the content and interacting with my content and, you know, are willing to be a loyal follower by making sure that they're keeping up with my posts and things. It's so exciting. So thank you to everyone who has been subscribing to my channel and following me. A few weeks ago, I made a promise that when I hit 100 subscribers on the channel, that I would release one of my first ever YouTube videos, which was archived for like 4 years. It was sort of on the channel, but I hid it from the public, so no one could see that video anymore. I promised my subscribers that I would release that video from the archives so that you guys can watch it again. So that particular video is now out of the archives. It's now public and you can watch it. The first video I ever created for this channel was a morning routine as a university lecturer. So that particular video was the first video I ever made for this channel, and it was about 4 years ago, nearly 5, and that was when my world was a little bit different. I was still a university lecturer at the time. I was living in Melbourne at the time during the pandemic and teaching lectures from home. So it was like a whole morning routine and what a day in my life was like teaching. If you are a new subscriber, I highly encourage you guys to go and watch that video because it does open another window into my very old career life back then. Very different from what I do now. That was before the business was created. That was before we relocated to Canberra and changed careers. So I made that video without any editing skills whatsoever. I'd never created a video on a YouTube channel before. I just sort of jumped onto whatever video editing software I had on the computer and just started putting a video together. So I will link that particular video up there somewhere, and I'll also leave it in the description below. So yeah, let me know what you think. Another update that I wanted to talk to you guys about is Halloween. Halloween is just around the corner, maybe in a couple of weeks or so. And for Halloween, I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday of the year, even though unfortunately here in Australia, we don't celebrate it as big as the Americans do, which makes me so sad. But we're slowly picking up on the trend, and I'm very excited about that. This year, I made a promise to actually celebrate it and do something special. And I thought, you know, we're trying to build the brand up a little bit. Why not do something exciting? So for Halloween this year, a couple of friends and I are dressing up in costumes, and we're going to Luna Park on the 2nd of November to their Luna Dark event. It's basically a night Halloween event that they host, and there's just going to be like lots of rides, and everyone's going to be in costumes, and there's like scary mazes and things like that. It's going to be so fun, and I just thought it would be just a crazy night to celebrate Halloween. With that being said though, I am still thinking about a costume that I would like to wear. I have a few ideas in my mind, but I might put up a poll on my Instagram and on YouTube to get some ideas from you guys. I would like my costume to be STEM related, and I already have a couple of ideas in my mind of what I want to dress up as. But I don't want to be basic this year and dress up as like a sexy nurse or like a doctor or whatever. I would like to do something a bit different. Again, you know, we're representing Salceology at these events. So I thought, you know, we need to spice it up a little bit. I'd love to get some ideas. When I do decide, I will vlog the whole thing. So make sure that you are subscribed so you keep up to date. Anyway, that's enough talking from me for now. Thank you for watching my channel as usual. Please leave a comment for me down below if you have any questions about anything. Don't forget to like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! You've got 925 sterling silver engraved on the inside. Give you guys an update of what's been happening with Salceology.